Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well tonight. In today's video, the brand new Sun God FREYA is here and going to be trying to make him hit as hard as possible whilst using him alongside one of the greatest units in the game. And might I just say, this swimsuit costume for Sun God FREYA looks so goddamn sick. I do really wish they gave him some slightly different emotes. I know most of them go alongside him being sick, and that's honestly half of his character at this point, but I don't know, man. He's definitely gotten some really good costumes. Some of them I'm not the biggest fan of, although, I mean, this is my kind of style. I don't know, man. This one as well, I'm not a crazy fan of, but if you guys don't know what the Sun God FREYA does, his first card here, and cancels stances on one enemy and inflicts damage equal to 500% of attack. His second card inflicts cleave damage, which does not activate crit damage, equal to 500% of attack on one enemy. His ultimate inflicts damage equals to 864% of attack on one enemy and inflicts additional death damage to 40%. And then his passive, allies become immune to ignite, applies a blessing of light, which increases all of the hero's stats by 15% for 2 turns at the start of allies' turn, then applies the same effect again every 2 turns, increases all stats of all allies by 5% for 5 turns whenever the blessing of light is removed. Having a look at his gear here, nothing crazy when it comes to the rolls. I may hammer them out just a little bit if I manage to struggle with the demonic beast battle, but I feel like what he's got should be just fine. But this is the theme we're using today. I am going to be using the melee here with HP defense just to get the highest CC possible, but yeah, let's jump right into it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, wow, actually starting off with a mirror match, that is super surprising. So glad I put the HP defense in there, because no way we would have out CC'd without it. Do we go for the Ludociel to start it off, or do we try and kill the melee? I think going for his melee is going to be our best bet here. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. Us going first in this matchup is going to be an absolute godsend. Almost rocking the same costumes as well. He's rocking the sports costume for the melee, and I've missed that damage. Surprisingly, no crits from the Sun God FREYA. Only 1 crit as well from melee. Sure, you double crit on the AoE, right? Yeah, that's the kind of damage we want to see. I'm guessing he has the Ragnarok Barn in the back as well. I mean, if it wasn't for the couple of dupes we got for Ragnarok Barn in the Sun God FREYA summons, we probably wouldn't have out-CC'd him either. And it didn't mention a whole lot when the match started, but the cutout for the swimsuit FREYA, by far one of the best cutouts I've got in the game. I know they've been doing a real good job of the cutouts of recent and been giving us new ones for majority of the new skins we get, which I'm a real big fan of. Pretty much any kind of like customization you can do to your character, stuff like that, I'm a big fan. Definitely taking his time with his turn. At this point, it's so hard going into a Ludociel Ditto and going second, because already we're in a meta where going first means so much when it comes to the victory of a match that it just makes it even more one-sided. Trying to kill the melee there, I mean, if he doesn't fall for that, it'd be great, because we could kind of show off the Sun God FREYA a little bit more. Got the ultimate for Ludociel. We're kind of forced to kill him off here, because I can pretty much guarantee he's rocking the 6/6 Ludo. Yeah, look at that, the big green gem at the bottom. Okay, we'll go 1, 2, and 3, and that should finish him off there. That means he has a higher CC Ludo than I do, which is surprising, because, I mean, my Ludo isn't full 15%, but he's still really strong. Didn't even finish off Ludo. Ouch, come on, but oh, disregard. Melee's, what can't Trader Meliodas do? I feel like it's been quite some time since we used the OG Ludo as well. Been using a whole lot of the Margaret, especially with the addition of Bloody Ellie. Also, I think I forgot to put on the CC food again on auto. With this kind of starting hand, though, definitely getting rid of the Ellie. Don't have to worry about any Tarmiel Grace, because the red Tarmiel's on the field, and there's not much you can do at this point. I mean, Trader Meliodas doesn't do a crazy amount of damage turn 1. It's more once you get it built up, and once he starts getting those buffs, is when he really becomes a menace. And once you get the full 5 stacks of the damage reduction or the extra defense part of his passive, your team can, especially if you have Deanne as well, can become near unkillable. So yeah, turn 1, he can easily be outshined by other units like Demon Lord Rimuru. That isn't to say he isn't the best unit for pretty much every single activity in the entire game, especially with the new Demonic Beast battle coming out and him still being the best unit possible for that. I would say tied with Sun God FREYA. It's kind of like in the bird situation where, don't get me wrong, Magelda with the Holy Relic is great knowledge, is obviously meant for that activity. Trader Meliodas still just gets so much work done. It's hard to make units, and I feel like it's going to be really hard to power creep a unit that does that much, not only for himself and has such amazing card effects and skill effects and passive and stuff like that. It's going to take forever for him to get power crept, because even just as like a side unit on the team, he will still do so much. It's going to be a couple years till I feel like we're going to lose the Trader Melee, but let's see. Definitely want to get rid of his Meliodas. Our Meliodas is fairly low. I I feel like going for the AoE card will still guarantee ourselves the kill on his Meliodas, and that'll also get us a crazy amount of lifesteal back. Leave effect there, doing good damage. Oh, actually, we don't get the double crit here. I think we might miss out on the kill on melee, which would be... Okay, sweet, no, only did one crit there. Surely that brings you back to near full. Oh, I didn't even think about the infect. Oh, actual devastating. Yeah, this is why Rimuru is also mad top tier. And the hand is just full of these garbage Ludo cards. Always seems to be the case, man. Using him or using the Kyo as well. They were such fun offensive units, but man, they are absolute card magnets. You can go for the Rimuru ult as well. If we could... Even then, I just don't know if we can kill Rimuru in just the 2 Freya cards. Oh, he actually might be able to kill the Ludociel as well. Oh no, going for Freya instead. Is that the end of his turn? Please tell me it is. Okay, perfect. I don't think we're actually drawing in any more cards. Yeah, no, this... this one might be GG. We'll give it our best shot. We'll throw out these Freya cards and maybe kill the Rimuru. If we could get some crits, that'd be perfect for us, but critting Rimuru regardless is really difficult. I mean, actually... Okay, so we got the kill on Rimuru. Unfortunately, due to the fact that we haven't been able to lifesteal in either of these past 2 turns, I think we're still going to lose this one. I mean, Sun God Freya completely popped off. If it wasn't for the good card RNG on the dual infect, we probably would have won that one. And what do we have? A True Seeker Merlin. I mean, I'd like to believe this is the green one, but there is no reality where that's the case. With this kind of card RNG, we can kill melee right off the bat, but he just has so many units that have the attack disable on his team. I'm gonna kill Trader Melee and hope that was the right decision. Because even if he doesn't have the dual Melon cards, he can just rank up Gotha, and if we go double crit here and finish off melee, that's going to be perfect, because we can throw this into either of those other 2. Oh, man, he is never going to get power crept. It is so insane. And why is this guy rocking double attack disable with Goddess Ellie in the back? Oh my god, as if I don't have my phase cam on for this video. The amount of suffering. Oh man, here it begins, boys. Here it begins. Please tell me he doesn't use... Please don't use a dissolve card. Oh yeah, you're gonna pay for using this scummy team. I'll use True Seeker Mel, the blue version, over and over again, but the second you use that with Red Gotha as well, you're asking for it. Get the Trader Melee. Granted, he could very well rank up and stun here, which I feel like he's probably gonna do. It's how these teams work. Okay, pops up the shield. We do have the rupture effect though. Gotta love my boy Ludo. Ever since he's come out, just destroying these god SLE teams. Yeah, we're not focusing about some. I'm just gonna throw out the melee ult at this point. I doubt I'll lose this match, but this is going to go on forever. Psych, you think I'm gonna lose? Finish him off, Trader Melee. I don't know. That's fine. We can deal with her. Surely we don't come up against a... Yeah, that's what I like it. Other people using the Ludociel, that's it. Cannot get over how good that cutout looks. With King being as squishy as he is, and I mean, I understand going and level 100ing the Ludo first. I might go for this, because I know we're going to kill the King, so we don't need the Pierce card. And Sun God Freya doesn't get it done in these first 2 cards, which I'm sure he will. Oh my, look at all the crits on that. If he had done that on the Cleave card, we could have potentially one-tapped King. I still feel like we would have been a little bit shy, but definitely max 15% him, or even just put some investment into his costumes. I showed off at the beginning that they're just base costumes. Definitely glad they gave him max costumes right off the get-go, because they've been on a pretty good spree of doing that, even if they release a character and they're missing a headpiece or something like that. Within the next month or so, event will come out, or some cosmetic bundle, and they'll end up getting their max cosmetics. Still haven't got one for the Bloody Ellie as of yet, though. Let's see, we go for this here, we can kill off Gotha and we can finish up this match with the ultimate as well. Oh yeah, look at so goddamn nice those crits. Cannot get enough of it. Level 1 games have good crit sound effects as well. Like certain first person shooters where like the headshot sound effect is super satisfying, or like in this, the crit noise is super satisfying. Gotta love it. They're not doing terrible damage. Not gonna be the tankiest unit Freya. And once again, I'd really like to have the 6/6 red Tarmiel to put on him for the Demonic Beast, but that's alright. Let's go 1. I'm confident the first hit of that can kill. And then we can finish off like that. I think this is the first time seeing the ultimate this video as well. Ooh, 500,000 at 3-6. That is impressive. It definitely could be better, but that's still really good. And our final opponent, another Ludo team. If it wasn't for the double attack disable Goddess Ellie team, we would be on a hot streak for facing nice teams. And with Rimuru being the opponent of this match, what a perfect way to start it off. I think I might go for this. That way we can hold on to those double single target cards for the next turn. Oh wow, that did a lot more damage than expected. Easy money, man. Really liking the addition of this unit to the game. It is unfortunately, Grand Cross has been on a really good streak of releasing good characters. If it wasn't for the Captain Meliodas they released in the last update, I know I say they've been on a good streak and literally the last update was a terrible character, but I feel like his implementation was less so. More being a skip character so that people would be fine about the change of the 2-week gap to a 1-week gap, because I honestly think there is nothing better you could do for the game. It is the best possible thing. Gacha games, the Japanese and global sides being as close together possible is the best thing for the community, you know. Everyone's experienced the same thing at the same time, but there's so many people that really like their foresight when it comes to these games, and 2 weeks, you're not really getting that much time to save anyways. Within the first week, you can tell if the unit's going to be good or bad, so the banners don't leave for 2 weeks. You could easily just not spend, and I feel like most of you guys should have a pretty good grasp on when you see characters and their skills release and their whole kit drops in the patch notes. You should have a pretty good grasp of whether or not the character's going to be really good, or just only save for festival banners. They have so much value. Look at the Bloody Ellie banner, for example. You could have literally started 3rd year and you could easily have pretty much all of the best festival characters in the game, other than Deanne, because they wanted to keep her out of it and they also wanted to keep Red Tarmiel out of the banner. So, I mean, screw you, no marble for that one. I would have loved some dupes for those 2 characters. And that just about does it for today's video. The swimsuit Sun God FREYA putting in some absolute work in PvP, but if you guys have any team suggestions for this man, or even just any team suggestions in general, by all means let me know. But that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe. It really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.